There we go. Okay. This will be good practice. You know? Except I guess that was kind of wasteful. I went back, I used my human effigy and everything, and now we're just here, you know? Whatever, it means I have full health. Fist pump! What up, Player Skull? I'm a player. I'm part of the Sun Covenant, so I'm golden. I'm ready to fight. Okay, I'm gonna use a Sacred Oath on us. Kapow. We're friends. Forever. Alright. Now, if there's one thing that... Oh, we're just gonna run. just fucking run! Okay. Anyways, if there's one thing that I've learned, that I guess we can figure from all the nerfs and stuff, is that they want us to start using all the spell regaining items a little bit more. I can totally understand that. So I need to start using my amber herbs a little bit more, basically. That's what I'm saying here. Okay, alright, we're just skipping by everything. Fuck it, I guess. Player Skull is a fucking badass. Alright, I'm going after the dude in the backside, because there is no way in hell I'm gonna let him just keep on fucking wailing into everybody. I say as he's probably gonna wail into me. That was accidental. I pressed B to dodge backwards, and then instead, I just ran away. Oh, jeez. Oh yeah, things are going a lot better. Swimmingly, even. Ow! Jeez. As long as one of the other guys doesn't come around to fuck my ass, I'll be good. Come on! One hit! One hit! I did it! I got Sarah, the Ode Explorer. And now, the Afflicted Grave Robber is gonna go down as well. Look at him, he's in that Drangleic armor that we're all so used to. It's kind of nostalgic. Maybe not the ass-beating, double-bladed awesomeness of him, but you know, whatever. Hey, yeah, I was about to say, you don't want to get yourself killed, buddy. You're the host. You're the master of our worlds. There you go. That's not gonna kill him, but that did a good amount of damage. Oh, jeez. There you go. Praise the sun. That was on me. You know, I did a good amount there. Mm-hmm. Here, have a Sacred Oath, since it's gonna restore mine anyways. So this is basically a pretty intense fight. But that's okay, because we can just kind of run by a bunch of it. So we'll go ahead and summon Ezio. We're just gonna summon Ezio, because that's logical. Okay. We're gonna give this our own go. We also need to find a third person. Someone who will follow us into the depths of hell. Hello! Just looking around, seeing what I've got going on right here. I'm waiting for more people to just kind of pop up here. Because for some reason, I only got a couple of folks showing up. But you know what? Fuck it, I guess. We'll run forward, I'll summon another person ahead. Oh, of course, now more things pop up. It's too late! We're running! I learned from my older friends that this is what we should do. Yeah, Ezio's capable of keeping up, too. Alright, so let me just run past this one. Whoa! Uh-oh. We're just gonna summon Pepe. And hopefully Ezio will be able to catch up. Ezio Auditore! Hurry the fuck up! I think Pepe is an NPC. Because I don't think anyone would have as silly of a name as that conveniently there every time I come down. Alright, what's going on here? Why is my... Oh shit! I'm an idiot! Hold up. I didn't realize my Mastodon Greatsword would suck so much ass. Okay, let's enter. Okay, Pepe. Okay, I'm falling. Oh, I'm not. Okay, I just got myself confused for a second. Just gonna grab my items. And we're gonna wail into Havel. Remember when Havel kicked my ass like shitloads of times? That was fun. Not. I fucked up. That's okay. We are just screwing the ancient soldier Varg's dick. Alright, he's just over here getting railed into constantly. We should help out Pepe though. Pepe! Oh, I've got you, friend. Ow! Fuck this arrow, dude! What a piece of shit! He just goes, by the way, I exist. Ding! Of course, Pepe goes out to fight the one dude! That I'm not as worried about as everybody else. Good job! Oh my god! It's all about the art of distraction, but we got one of the dudes down, and that's what matters. And Pepe is fucking awesome! He is, like, if he is truly an NPC, which, you know, I can see, but if he's an NPC, then he is one of the best NPC battlers I've seen. He just fucking, he's keeping himself alive, he can heal himself, he is, look at that, he's awesome! But if he's a player, you know, just as well, just as awesome. Oh no! I need a heal. What's up, how you guys doing? Just keep kicking ass, Pepe. I'll be here. Oh shit! I was hoping I would keep him stun locked. That didn't work out. Woo! We got him! There you go. We did it! Praise the sun! Righty-ho! Maybe Pepe is a person. Yep, he's a person. Alright. Pepe just has a really silly name and is like the only person I could see consistently, apparently. Alright. It was just weird because I ran into his name beforehand and I was like, oh. Either this is a person with a weird name or it's an NPC with a weird name. And usually you don't run into the same names all that often in the exact same areas, but I guess no one summoned him. That's a tense fight, though. If someone can beat that by themselves, you know, new game plus 7, you're like the best Dark Souls player in all of existence, pretty much. Look carefully. A place exists, yes. I don't want to fall, though, so I'm not going to stay too close to the edge. That was probably one of the most intense fights. Oh my god, a fucking skirt? Hold up. Oh. Skirts of a nameless troubadour. High durability despite its appearance. While troubadours can get by on their own through wily use of their arts for the most part, they might still require a generous patron. The stunning arrangement of layered flowers on this skirt is designed to capture the attention of a candidate for the position. Oh my... Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me get this item. And if I wanted to, I could jump down onto that, but I'm not going to do that, no. I want to see what else is here as I run around with this skirt. This amazing skirt. Here's a chest. Why? He attacks it! This thing can't be trusted! Ooh, dark greatsword. I guess that's a sword that you can just kind of conjure out of fucking nowhere? By its nature, dark is normally tranquil, but this hex releases a focused blade of dark and an uncharacteristic flash of brilliance. That sounds kind of cool. So is that it? That's all the items in this particular place, or at least a large majority of it. You know, we got all the things that we were able to see from a distance that just kind of taunted us, like, oh, I wish I could go up there, but I don't know how. Now we're here. Relatively complete. So I'm gonna assume that those guys, those last 3 dudes, were the final bosses that I had in this DLC to fight. And I guess that means I have to kind of give my opinion. Let me, oh no, I won't do that. I want to head back over to Majula, so that way I can spend all the souls I got. Now there's an item over there, but I doubt it's anything amazing. But I do want to give my opinions on this DLC, I suppose. I really like that triple fight thing. If there's one thing I've always wanted from the Dark Souls series, is an intensely reasonable fight. You know, I like fighting with other people, but they never really balance things out. Their way of balancing out fights, for the most part, was just like reducing damage. And that's not, you know, that just means you have 3 people wailing on something a little bit longer than they normally probably would have. But the bosses still end up, like, pretty much getting juggled, right? They're used to focusing on one person, so you get 3, you basically just get like a free reign to waste into a dude. And I'm not gonna ever deny that it definitely makes the boss fights a hell of a lot easier. But that boss fight, with the 3 of them, there is no possible way that I would want to do that fight on a spur of a moment thing. Like, if I was prepared for it, if I knew about its existence and I was doing New Game Plus and I knew everything about this game, I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's do this challenge. I'll dodge over into the ditch, take out the Havel guy, and then deal with the dual wielder, and then face off with the final guy in the back. You know, I'm sure there are people who care about that, but you have to know your limits. And then you can kind of extend beyond them as you get better. But I like that fight. That fight was more interesting than a majority of the fights in Dark Souls 2. It doesn't beat out, in terms of interestingness of it, it didn't beat out the one fight with the one corrupted guy from the other Dark Souls 1 DLC. It's been 2 years since I last played it, so I don't really remember the names, but yeah, that fight was really interesting. I spent an hour and a half live streaming that fight, just over and over and over again, trying to beat this guy, and that was a fun thing, and it was just, I did it on my own. And that was one of my more memorable Dark Souls experiences. But this Dark Souls 2 DLC is part of a trilogy, and it was kind of alright on its own, you know? It was a good about 4 or 5 hours for a $10 DLC. And if you got the season pass like I did, that's more like $5 or $7 for the DLC. And it was solid. I don't want to like give my entire full opinions of everything, because obviously, again, it's part of a trilogy, and once the trilogy is complete, that's when I'll be like, oh, this is what this DLC completely is. Now, before we end off completely, and as we're still kind of giving off our thoughts, there is actually another thing for me to do. And I kind of accidentally glanced over this information when I was like, what else is there to do? And I saw in the comment section, I was like, oh, okay. But apparently I can take where the fuck, where am I going again? I think it's the Undead Crypt, actually. for sure. But basically, I can take the crown over, or once I have the Sunken crown, or the lost crown, whatever you want to call it, I can go back over to the king's remains, or the armor of him, and get some dialogue by traveling into the past and things like that. So we're gonna go ahead and head on over there. See ya, suckers! You can't handle me and my amazing ability to run! And now we visit the king. Hopefully I can just run by him. But if not, I'm ready to suffer. Dude, that guy's just kind of chilling in the middle of the room. He's like, you dare seek counsel with the king and try to turn back? Never. Okay. I'm just here for the armor, Vendrick. Alright, I'm here for your armor, Vendrick. That's it. Ah, Vendrick, I'm here for your armor! I cannot access Vendrick's armor while he's alive. This is really awkward. God damn it. Well, there goes my souls. Oh, right, no, they pop back out the door. Fuck. So in order for me to find out what he has to say, I will have to beat him eventually. Not now, though, because I have no interest in fighting Vendrick over and over again at this moment. But while I was running over there, I kind of remembered, okay, so beyond the boss fights of the DLC, the boss fights were definitely pretty good. I think they were better than all the other, majority of the boss fights in the full vanilla Dark Souls 2. You know, all of them were very different to go through. You had the fight against the witch chick who would just summon a whole bunch of things. She would summon the Vestalt guy sometimes, and that was fucking insane. Then there was the giant dragon, which was a little bit more of a reasonable dragon fight than the other ones. I felt like the dragon fights in the vanilla game were kind of lackluster, or excessive, you know? Like, the really big one, the Elder Dragon, no, that was not, he just kind of kills you in a couple of shots unless you have like a shitload of resistances, and I like when fights are reasonable and you can handle them no matter what, you know? I don't like a fight like the Vendrick one, where you have to collect all the souls, all the giant souls, and then you can do damage to them. But I guess to be fair, I could totally fight him if I was patient enough. All I'd have to do is kind of dodge his big attacks, smack him once, dodge a big attack, smack him once, but I'm an impatient fucker. So, yeah, but beyond the boss fights of the DLC, I did find, at the very least, the whole architecture of the place to be interesting. You know? It wasn't like 30 zones slapped together in kind of a sloppy way. It was more of like one consistent zone, and you know, you were legitimately learning where you were going. Or at least for me, that's how I kind of felt. I was like, oh, this is going to lead over to there, this is going to open up a shortcut to that place. You know, everything was really well connected. In comparison to the full game, that's good. In the full game, there's a lot of connectiveness to the place, but it didn't feel as good as like Dark Souls 1. I can't fully explain what I mean, but I did enjoy it. It was a solid DLC. I'm interested to see what they can do with the next two, and maybe even if, I don't know if they're gonna do more, but the first DLC, when I was seeing the trailers, I was seeing the screenshots, it seemed like it was gonna be really uninteresting. You know, you're just going through a really drab, gray crypt place, and there's not much to it. But it was a learning experience, you know? It definitely slapped me up a little bit like, oh yeah, you remember all those things you learned while playing Dark Souls 2? Stop. Stop that. It's not gonna help you here. Although I don't know if the Lightning Spear the Lightning Spear nerf was supposed to be part of the DLC stuff, but it happens. Maybe even before I do New Game Plus, I'll respec and kind of start going towards like the path of the pyromancers and things like that. But I like what I've got right now. I like all my lightning things, and I'll increase my lightning damage, slap on a sacred oath, and then boom, suddenly I'm kicking some major ass. Or at least I'm doing slightly more damage than I would have on my but for now, I think that's about all there was to the DLC. That was about 3 different boss fights. So yeah, I'm gonna say that's it. Oh, the dude with the crown. Now, I'm not considering this the finale, obviously, because there's more to the DLCs coming up. But this is the final part for the Sunken King DLC? My mind's all over the place in terms of like namings and stuff like that, but that was about it. It was a good experience, but we'll see what ends up happening with other ones. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys later.